And again, this is a lunar eclipse. This is not a solar eclipse, so there's no chance that anyone, including our president, will inadvertently blind himself again. Wow, you know, I was thinking today, what a dumb guy we picked for president. You know how he fired all those federal workers without even knowing what they do? Well, a judge today ordered thousands of them to be rehired just in time for the government to shut down tomorrow. Things are running like a Swiss clock. You know, there was a time when firing people was the only thing Donald Trump was good at.
Understand why people are not taking him seriously, because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people around and say, what, we told you so, or whoever, I told you so. It's going to happen. If he gets elected, it's going to change this country for every
dramatic TV moment involving Robert De Niro and Jimmy Kimmel taking aim at Donald and Melania Trump. If you like a clear and engaging rewrite, here's how it could go. Robert De Niro and Jimmy Kimmel didn't hold back when they went after Donald and Melania Trump on live TV. The heated exchange was packed with jaw-dropping moments, leaving the audience stunned. De Niro channeled his Goodfellas energy, while Kimmel tore into Trump with sharp jokes.
In all fairness to the former president, is that true? Do you have to use a teleprompter when speaking about President Trump? Or are you able to just kind of riff on your thoughts on him?
He's so stupid. I mean, look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron.
Look, between you people, don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. Don't talk to. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that.
Trump thought the press was tough, but he had no clue what was coming. Robert De Niro and Jimmy Kimmel teamed up like heavyweight fighters, delivering blows that hit right where it hurt, his ego. This wasn't just late-night satire. It was a takedown worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster, with razor-sharp humor and the precision of a Martin Scorsese film. Next, voice 3. Kimmel knew this roast needed some...
War can't fix. Trump has been systematically alienating our allies around the world. Yesterday, he did Ireland. He's going alphabetically. It's screw you, Australia, Britain, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany. Skipped the H, went right to Ireland. And you're next, Japan. Oh, he did Japan already? Well, then look out, Korea. You're the one that's next. Today, Trump threatened to put a 200% tariff on alcohol imported from Europe. That includes wine, spirits, and beer from Europe. And that is particularly unfair. He's making it very expensive to get drunk. He's the reason we need to get drunk.
Kimmel knew this roast needed some serious firepower, so he brought in an A-list enforcer, Robert De Niro. The moment De Niro took the stage, the crowd went wild. When a man famous for playing mobsters grabs a mic, you know someone about to get taken down hard. And De Niro didn't hold back. He wasn't there to sugarcoat anything. He was there to give Trump the verbal beating of a lifetime, fueled by years of pent-up frustration. Next, voice 4. De Niro wasn't about to let Trump...
He's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote and vote.
Yeah. One time each. Do you think he pretends to be dumber than he is to confuse people and make them think?
No, I don't think so.
Why do you?
They have a protest with Robert De Niro yesterday. It's a fool. He's a broken down fool standing out there. He got maggot.
De Niro wasn't about to let Trump's tough guy act slide. He tore right through the carefully crafted persona, exposing Trump's struggles with even the simplest tasks. With a smirk, De Niro scoffed. This is the same guy who needs 2 hands to drink water? The audience erupted in laughter, and even Kimmel had to pause, letting the moment land before delivering his own knockout punch. Next, voice 5.
He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
And just when it seemed like the roasting was over, Kimmel swooped in like a late-night assassin. He painted the perfect picture. Trump, fuming in his golden palace, furiously scrolling on his phone, his tiny thumbs pounding out an all-caps meltdown. Find me a way to block De Niro on Truth Social. Kimmel joked, sending the audience into another fit of laughter.
He was in court all day Monday. He was all day yesterday. Today he had a day off. And how did he spend that? Brunch with Melania? No. Maybe a catch with Barron in the yard? No. Ranta Claus got up bright and early to post 165 venomous words about yours truly.
The crowd went wild. It was pure chaos. It was as if De Niro had been waiting his entire life for this moment, dismantling Trump with the precision of a seasoned hitman. But this wasn't just another celebrity rant. This was decades of pent-up frustration exploding like a shaken soda can. And the internet? It imploded. Trump supporters scrambled for a comeback, but the best they could manage was underwhelming. Meanwhile, Trump was probably stomping around Mar-a-Lago, furiously tapping away at his phone like he was trying to unlock a secret level in Angry Birds.
The host, are they great, or do we need to make them great again and kind of go one by one here?
Oh, he's terrible. He's
great or great again, Jimmy Kimmel?
Well, he's not. He's not. First of all, they all have bad ratings. The one that's the most successful is Greg.
Who?
Greg Gutfeld. So Jimmy Kimmel, we got to make him great again.
Jimmy Kimmel's a loser. Look, all they do is talk bad about Trump. That's all. The whole show is talking bad about Trump.
For a man who prides himself on always having the last word, Trump's silence was deafening, at least for a moment. But was he truly at a loss for words? The world held its breath, waiting for the inevitable meltdown. And right on cue, his thumb sprang into action, unleashing yet another digital tantrum. Trump lashed out, calling De Niro a washed-up nobody and claiming Kimmel's roast was rigged. Then, as if suddenly becoming a film critic, he decided Raging Bull, Casino, and The Irishman were terrible. A bold take from a guy whose biggest Hollywood credit was a 7-second cameo in Home Alone 2. The internet had a field day. Side-by-side comparisons of De Niro's Oscar-winning performances and Trump's blink-and-you'll-miss-it movie.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
At first, it seemed like just another celebrity jab, the kind that makes headlines for a day and then fades away. But this is Hollywood, where sequels are a way of life. Before you could say meltdown, A-listers were piling on like it was an award show after party. Stephen Colbert dedicated an entire segment to what he called a public masterclass in losing it, complete with slow-motion replays. Seth Meyers, never one to miss an opportunity to roast Trump, performed his Truth Social rant as if he were auditioning for the Royal Shakespeare Company. Dramatic pauses, gasps, and tragic stares included. And it didn't stop there. Musicians saw an opportunity and ran with it. Within hours, a DJ had transformed De Niro's speech into a club banger, complete with auto-tuned outrage and a bass drop that could probably shake Mar-a-Lago.
You and I have something in common. We have both been immortalized on social media by our former president, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We have, I think this might have been the first time he wrote about you. Robert De Niro, a very low IQ individual, has received he spelled two wrong, many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. I watched him last night, truly believe he may be punch drunk. And then he says, at the end, he says, wake up punchy, he said.
And Trump, Trump was not about to let it slide. Instead, he did what he does best, went full keyboard warrior mode. The man who supposedly didn't care was firing off posts like a teenager after their first breakup. Each rant outdid the last, escalating from mildly irritated to full-blown digital meltdown. It was a kind of meltdown that deserved its own soundtrack, maybe some dramatic violin music in the background. But here's the kicker. De Niro didn't even have to do anything. No response, no statement, not even a follow-up jab. He just showed up to another event with the slightest knowing smirk, enough to send Trump into an even bigger spiral. It was like watching a cat chase a laser pointer. Fast-moving, ridiculous.
Remember the Academy Awards? I said how he's the worst host in the history of the Academy Awards. And this stupid guy goes up, and just before the best picture of the year, The show is almost over. They're waiting for the best picture of the year. He gets up and he says, and his wife said, please don't do it. Please, darling, don't go out. His manager said, don't do it. I have to do it. He goes out and reads my truth to the entire audience right before the best prime time, the best picture. And it said basically, he is the worst host of the history. He reads the whole thing. And then I think he said something like, ha, 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 he thinks he bothers me, or some crap like that. I said, he's one of the dumbest human beings ever. He should have listened to his wife. What a dope.
At this point, the only real mystery was just how absurd Trump's next outburst would be. Would he claim De Niro was secretly jealous of his unmatched on-screen charisma, insist that he was originally cast as the lead in The Godfather, but graciously turn it down because America needed him? The possibilities for delusion were endless. Meanwhile, the rumor mill was on fire. Word on the street was that SNL had already started working on a parody, and there was even talk that De Niro himself might make a surprise appearance. If that happened, the world better brace for an all-cap social media hurricane, packed with misspelled insults, and excessive use of exclamation points, and maybe even bizarre claim that he once gave Lorne Michaels career advice. By the time the final credits rolled, the country would be knee-deep in yet another Trump rant.
I'm not hysterical. I laugh when people say, oh, you've got Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
If you're a reasonable person, you should have Trump derangement syndrome. And by the way, I think he has derangement syndrome about us, too. The fact of the matter is, this is a dangerous person. This is a stupid person. And that's a bad combination.
Oh, the internet went wild. Unsanctioned memes flooded timelines, and deepfakes popped up like digital mushrooms. The sheer ridiculousness of it all hit Olympic-level absurdity. It was like a cyberpunk comedy special, chaotic, dramatic, and absolutely impossible to look away from. Would De Niro fire back? Would he deliver another Oscar-worthy rant? Or had he already won just by existing, and sending Trump into yet another glorious meltdown? At this point, De Niro could simply breathe in Trump's general direction. And
We're in a very bad situation. I remember you and I about 5-6 years ago talking. I'm down at the Spring Studios. Something about, I said, what just happened just happened. No, it didn't. It didn't happen. It's all about truth. And what we have here is a denial of truth all over the place. And even the speech that he made after is insane. It's just insane, and I'm very, very concerned about it. I think we all are. It's insane. So that's why I felt I had to do something, say something about it, to go on record.
De Niro and Kimmel kept dropping bombs, and there was no way Trump was walking away without firing off another chaotic rant. The only real question was, would he misplace his point again? Absolutely. Meanwhile, Hollywood was already sharpening its comedic knives. If SNL managed to pull off a De Niro versus Trump sketch, you could bet Trump would be glued to his TV, furiously typing out another 3 a.m. meltdown. And the internet? Oh, it was feasting. More memes, more jokes, and probably an AI-generated clip of Trump auditioning for Goodfellas.
Do you think our democracy is at risk in this election?
I think that it is. I always keep saying democracy is great, of course, but democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He is beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's scary.
Are you?
Excuse my French.